Now, all of this instruction sets the groundwork for verses 9 through 13 when Jesus starts to teach on this. I was asked several times last month, why did you not, and this month, why did you not put the real Lord's Prayer up? That's a legitimate question. So this morning, go ahead, Doug, we're going to put up the real Lord's Prayer. Yeah, now what? I bet there's none of you here, including me, that can read that. But you probably recognize that that's the Greek. This is what Jesus taught on the mountain. You know what's not in this, if you could read it? There's two things that's not in this. The first is poetic language. When Jesus was teaching, he didn't teach in poetic language. Even this. He didn't even teach in what was called educated Greek or high Greek. He taught in what was called Koine Greek, which was base everyday language, like you and I would talk if we saw each other on the street. You wouldn't say, "Wherefore art thou, Pastor?" Well, I'm standing right here, I think, right? That's not how we talk. Jesus taught this in everyday Greek. The other thing you won't see is the last half of verse 13 that we call the doxology. In the commonly memorized Lord's Prayer, found first in the Geneva Bible printed in English, and then in 1599, and then continued in the King James in the 1611, and then the New King James of 1982, I think it was 1982, we end up with, "And thine is the power and the glory forever, amen," right? Power, glory, yeah. That's not there. That doesn't exist. That was added around the late 500s, early 600s by the Catholic Church as they wanted to teach ignorant people to pray because they couldn't read and they didn't know how to pray and they didn't want to teach them how to pray. They wanted to control how the religion was practiced, and most monks couldn't even read at the time. And so they added that doxology into the ending of verse 13 to make it a prayer, which is what it was never intended to be. So let's look at, in fact, if we look today, our modern translations, if you open any modern translation of the Bible that's not King James or New King James, you won't see the last half of verse 13 in it.